Okay guys, so I've been working on a brand new prototype city map. Now there's a lot of buildings that I've added. One of them is an actual police department. Now I've actually modified this police department, so there's a sort of front entrance, sort of front car park. But there's actually a new a new door. There was a front door here, but I've actually added a door over there, and there's a car park. I'll show you that in a second. There's actually a shooting range out the back, but as you can see, we've got a front desk, but up here is pretty much where all the action's going to happen. So as you can see, we can access the police cells. So you can pretty much access or operate each individual cell. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so you have to actually bring players here, physically bring players here, put them in a holding cell, and then come over here to this computer and actually, operate the computer and then put in the charges. And then once they're charged, you might want to put them into an actual cell. And then you can, once you've done the charges, then you can take them down into the car park, throw them into a car, and take them to a jail. I haven't actually got a jail yet, but I'm planning on adding a jail soon. But here's the police armory pretty much. So this is where you can request a loadout as a police officer. But that's pretty much the police station. There's a couple interrogation rooms over here, but the main thing is that I wanted to show you is out the back. So there's an actual car park, access to the car park now. This is sort of the detective area, but you can sort of access the car park. This sort of I actually added this entrance here to the building, but we've actually got some city sample vehicles that we're going to use for our vehicle base. But as you can see, I actually built it's pretty much the same style building, but I built an actual shooting range. So this is going to be a fully functional shooting range. I haven't done any of the logic yet, but that's pretty much the police station. Okay, so the other building I wanted to show you is an actual bank. So this is a fully detailed bank. It's actually got a basement with a vault in it. But as you can see, we've got a very, very detailed bank. You can actually go upstairs, but obviously that's where the bank tellers are. But you can actually get behind here currently. But pretty much what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to hold, just as usual, if you've seen before, you're going to have to hold the teller up at gunpoint, and then he's going to give you access to that door that we just ran through, which is like a security door. And then you pretty much got to run down here and come up to here with I'll probably make it so you actually have to go into this computer and actually hack that computer to be able to get into the vault and open the vault. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys. But pretty much here's the vault, pretty much a detailed vault, and this is pretty much where you're going to be loading the cash, just as usual. If you've seen the robbery system before, I'll actually put, if there's a video, I'll put a link in the description for that. But that's pretty much the bank. Another building is the convenience store, which is actually attached to a gas station here. But pretty much these convenience stores can pretty much be placed anywhere and just be individual stores. But as you can see, it's very detailed than the one we had before. But pretty much that's where the clerk's going to be behind the counter, which you're obviously going to be able to hold them up at gunpoint. And I might actually make it so you can get into the office behind here and actually do some vault hacking. Sorry, not some vault hacking, safe cracking. Okay, so something else that I've added is a construction site. So I pretty much just added this just to sort of fill up this area. But these gates are automatic, and it's pretty much just a standard construction site. But that's pretty much where we are. So as you can see, there's some skyscrapers. These buildings are just sort of there as placeholders until we sort of map some more detailed stuff. There is a car service over there. I'll run over and show you. Alright, so we've got a car service. So pretty much this is just pretty much a working sort of mechanic shop. So you can sort of pretty much, probably drive a car over here and role play doing some mechanic stuff here. I can probably get all this stuff working. I might be able to get this working potentially to be able to lift up cars. But we've actually got some, working tools and stuff in here. But I'm actually thinking about redoing all these textures because I don't really like these textures. They come from one city pack, which is pretty much these skyscraper buildings, which I've just placed down for now, just so it sort of fills up the sky sort of thing until, obviously, like I said before, we sort of map out everything properly. But that's pretty much where we are. So if you're wondering where I've been, this is what I've been doing. So I've actually got everything working. I've got the levels are built, building the levels and the lighting, everything builds properly, everything's working properly. I've actually got a new base character, if you haven't noticed. So we're not using TPSK anymore, we're using ATPS, which is actually replicated. So everything is actually replicated, even the automatic doors, everything's replicated. So there isn't anything that I've sort of added. Well, everything else that I do add will be replicated from here on out. So there's pretty much not going to be anything that's not replicated, from this point forward. But this sort of needed to be done early on. So I know I've only just rebuilt the game in version 1.2, and this is version 1.3, and I've just rebuilt it again. But we needed to do it, one, for the character, and two, and also you probably noticed, about a month ago I decided not to do this and actually build this city. That's because I had a not very good PC build. I'll show you my old specs on screen now, and these are my new specs. So I've actually got a better build now, and I can actually I can actually run this game fairly decently. Let me show you what type of frames we're getting. So I can go stat FPS. So as you can see, we're getting about 40, but on the high end we can actually get we're getting 50 now. We can get it 60 pretty much. I see it around 60 pretty much. It pretty much depends where you are. But there's actually a lot of optimization with this map. There's a lot of culling, so you can't actually see the culling here. You actually might be able to see the culling. So see how the freeway above is sort of popping out of existence. So everything beyond that point is sort of being unloaded. So everything is sort of as optimized as I could get it at this point. But that's pretty much where we are, guys. A brand new city.